Welcome back, aspirants. The topic that we are going to discuss today is the global energy crisis. For better understanding, I have divided the topic into different subparts. We will understand what global energy crisis is, its causes, the consequences, different sources of energies, government policies and initiatives for businesses and individuals. And lastly, I will conclude the topic. So, gentlemen, the introduction to global energy crisis. In the recent years, the world has been facing an unprecedented challenge in our meeting for energy demands. With the population growing at an alarming rate and the depletion of natural resources, we are now facing a crisis that threatens the very existence of our civilization. The energy crisis has far reaching consequences from rising energy costs to environmental degradation and geopolitical instability. It is a complex issue that requires urgent attention and actions from all sectors of society. In this presentation, we will explore the causes and the consequences of the energy crisis as well as the potential solutions that can help us mitigate the impact. Now, the causes of energy crisis. One major factor contributing to the global energy crisis is population growth. As the world population continues to increase, so does the demand for energy. It puts pressure on existing energy sources and makes it difficult to meet everyone's demand. Another factor is the increased demand of energy, particularly in developing countries. As more people gain access to electricity and modern conveniences, the demand for energy grows even more, and that puts a strain on the already limited resources. The consequences of energy crisis. Now, the consequences for the global energy crisis are far-reaching and severe. One of the most intermediate effect is the rise in energy cost, which will have a very significant impact on individual businesses and entire economies. As non-renewable energy resources have become scarcer, the cost of extracting and transporting them increases, leading to higher prices for consumers. In addition to economic impacts, the energy crisis also has a serious environmental consequences. The continued use of fossil fuel contributes to climate change, which can cause devastating natural disasters and irreparable damage to the ecosystems. The extraction and transportation of these fuels also result in pollution and other forms of environmental degradation. Now, renewable energy resources. Renewable energy sources, including solar power, wind power, hydropower, often offer a promising solution to the energy global crisis. Unlike fossil fuels, these sources of energy are sustainable and do not contribute to climate change. Solar power, for example, is becoming increasingly affordable and efficient and can be used to generate electricity in both residential and commercial settings. Wind power, meanwhile, has the potential to provide a significant portion of the world's economic and energy needs, particularly in areas with the strong and consistent winds. Hydropower, which harnesses the power of moving water, is another renewable source of energy that is already widely used among the world. Now, different government policies and initiatives. The governments play a very crucial role in addressing the global energy crisis through various policies and initiatives. One such policy is the provision of subsidies for renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydropower. By providing financial incentives for the adoption of these technologies, governments can help accelerate the development and deployment, therefore reducing our dependence on fossil fuels. Another policy that has gained traction in recent years is the implementation of carbon taxes. These taxes are designed to put a price on carbon emissions, therefore incentivizing businesses and individuals to reduce their carbon footprint. In addition, government can also set energy efficiency standards for buildings and appliances, which can help reduce overall energy consumption and lower greenhouse gases emissions. Now, the role of businesses and individuals. Businesses and individuals have a crucial role by playing in addressing the global energy crisis. By investing in renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydropower, they can help reduce in reliance of fossil fuels and decrease greenhouse gas emissions. reducing energy consumption through measures such as energy efficient lighting, appliances, as well as adopting sustainable practices like carpooling and recycling, we can also make significant impact. It is important for businesses and individuals to recognize their responsibility in creating a sustainable future and taking action accordingly. Now, in conclusion, the global energy crisis is a pressing issue that requires intermediate attention. The depletion of natural resources, rising energy costs, and environmental degradation are just one of the negative consequences we face that we fail to act. However, there is still hope. By investing in renewable energy sources, implementing government policies and initiatives, and taking individual and collective action, we can mitigate the effects of energy crisis and create more sustainable future for ourselves and future generations. The time for action is now. We cannot afford to wait any longer. Let us come together to tackle this challenge and create a brighter, cleaner, and more prosperous world for all of us. Thank you. Lastly, thank you for watching, and if you learned something new, like the videos and make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss relevant updates. Also, check out our other videos and feel free to comment down any suggestions on how we can improve our content.